Good morning, students. Already we completed the first and second unit of production management, and this is the revision class for your unit 1. Unit 1 consists of some important terms or basic terms of production management, and it also consists of various important concepts of production management. In our today's class, I'm going to discuss various concepts and important terms of production management in brief. First, we will discuss various terms of production management, that is, what is product, what is service, and next, product versus service, production, and production management. So, first, we will discuss what is a product. Product, we can say, it is an output that can be obtained by transforming various inputs like raw material and whatever the finished value, and the value combined. Generally, product is a and certain dimensions, means product having certain length, width, and it also having certain depth. Next is service. Service, we can say, it is an act or performance that one party offer for another party. Service, we can say, it is an act or performance that one party performs not for himself but for others. Generally, service is intangible things, means we cannot see but we can feel. Next is product versus service. Uh, there are number of differences exist between these two. So first differences between product and service is that product is tangible things and service is intangible things. Next, product is perishable in nature, service is imperishable in nature. Next, product can be product can be consumed after some time of production, means for consuming a particular product, the manufacturer first has to produce the product. After producing the product, or after some times, the consumer can consume the product. So there are some time gap between between production and consumption of a particular product. Next is service. Service cannot be produced before it consumed, means service can be produced and consumed simultaneously. Whenever it is required, at the same time the service provider produces the service and simultaneously the consumer consumes it. And product having certain dimensions, like it having certain length, width, and depth, and it also requires certain space for storage. But service doesn't having certain dimensions, and it doesn't require any space for storage. So these are the general differences exist between product and service. Next one is production. Production is a process. Process of what? Production is a process of producing the goods. Means whatever the inputs generally the manufacturer requires for producing a particular product, by using a certain process, manufacturer converts various inputs into output. This process is known as production. Or we can say production is a process of converting various inputs like raw material and labor into output. Generally, the product having certain value, means by using the process, whatever the output the manufacturer got, that having a certain value. Next is production management. Wherever the word management is written, that term involves a certain process. So before management there is a word production. So production management, we can say, it is a process of making various decisions related to the aspects of producing a particular product. Means in production management, the manager makes various decisions related to the quality of the product, the quantity to be manufactured, again again at what price the product has to be produced. Regarding this decisions are taken under the area of production management. So production management deals with various decisions related to the quality of the product, means what quality the organization of the manufacturer are going to produce. Again, how much the manufacturer are going to produce. Again, what price the manufacturer produces the goods. Regarding this, decision are taken under the areas or circumstances of production management. So production management deals with various decisions related to quality, quantity and cost of a particular product. Now I'm going to discuss how the production management system came into existence. Means when the industrialists realized that there should be a proper production system or proper production management system in their industry. Before industrial revolution, before introduction of LPG policy, generally the manufacturer produces limited goods, and the consumer also having no alternatives. When there was industrial revolution and when the globalization policy introduced by Indian government, generally the developed countries business entered into developing country for trading purpose. Means after industrial revolution or after introduction of LPG policy, a developed countries business entered into developing country for trading purpose. Generally, developing countries business having a latest technology, they have qualitative product. When they entered into developing country, generally they entered with latest quality product and they offered the product at cheaper price, so that the consumers of the developing nations attracted towards the developed countries product. At that time, the developing nations industrialists face a lot of problem. Sometimes their survival position also got threatened. So they also want to survive in the market. They try to identify the criteria which provides success to the developed nations business. They analyzed means developing nations industrialists analyzed the developed nations business and the developed nations policies, what criteria they follows for getting success. And developing nations industrialists identifies that the developed nations business adopt three criteria that provide success to them. The three criteria are productivity, efficiency, and profitability. Means the developing nations industrialist identifies that three criteria the developed nations follow for getting success, and they also realize that they also have to work on these three criteria for getting success or for survival. These three criteria are productivity, efficiency, and profitability. These three criteria provide success to the developed nations business, and developing nations industrialists also realize that they have to work on these three criteria. And for working successfully on these three criteria, they identifies two things, that is cost minimization and quality improvement. So the developing nations industrialists realize that for getting success or for attracting or generating number of customers, they have to work on three criteria. First one is the um, productivity, efficiency, and profitability. For working successfully on these three criteria, they have to do two things, that is cost minimization and quality improvement. Means they have to improve the quality of the product and they have to minimize the cost of the product, so that they can able to work successfully on these three criteria, and they can also able to meet the competition that is provided by the developed nations industrialists. So they decided that they have to improve the quality of the product and they have to minimize the cost of the product. So they have to take they have to take various decisions related to improving the quality of the product and minimizing the cost of the product. So they try to identify in which area the cost and quality concepts, the cost and quality decisions are prevail. They identifies that the cost and quality decisions are comes under the circumstances, comes under the areas of production management. After onwards they realized, means developing nations industrialists realized that there should be a proper production management system in their industry, so that they can able to produce good qualitative goods at lesser cost, and they can able to meet the challenges that is given by the competitors. So from that onwards, production management system came into existence. Next, I'm going to discuss various evolution of production management system. In this topic, we will discuss how the production management system came into existence, means through what stages production management system come across, means previously what was the production system and now what is the production system. Now we are going to discuss. The first stage of production system is that handicraft era. It is not evaluation, evolution. Evolution means stages of production system. First one is the handicraft era. This is the first stage of production system. Means in this stage, people produces goods by using simple tools or by using their hands. In that time, there was cottage system. Cottage system. People manufactures various products by using their own talent and own skill. And this stage is generally marked by lower production, because in this stage there were no machines, and people produces the goods by using their hands or by using simple tools. Next one is the industrial revolution. During 1770, this stage came into existence. In this stage, various various industries were set, and factory system came into existence. And in this period, James Watt invented steam engine, and Charles Babbage also invented computer system in this stage. Generally, this stage marked by higher productivity, and in this stage, men replaced by machines. Next stage is a production system, that is scientific management. During 19th century, another psychologist came with scientific management concept. Means for increasing the productivity, the psychologist F.W. Taylor said that the organization or the manufacturer has to arrange everything in a systematic and sequential manner, so that the productivity can be improved. He came with the concept of functional performance. He came with the concept of fatigue study, motion study, and method study. And by applying the concept and philosophy of F.W. Taylor, the manufacturer able to improve their productivity. Next one is the computerized integrated system. This is the stage, means present stage of production system is the computerized integrated system. Now manufacturer uses computer system or various computer programmings for manufacturing the products. Means the nowadays organization and manufacturer uses various robots or various automated machines for manufacturing the goods. Now artificial intelligence also plays an important role for producing the goods. Not only the manufacturer uses computer system or computer programming for producing the goods, but also the manufacturer uses computer for making various decisions. So this is all about various evolutions of production, means various stages of production system. First was the handicraft era. Now present is the computerized integrated system. Next, I'm going to discuss various functions of production management. Uh, there are number of functions the production manager has to perform on day-to-day basis. First one is the selection of product and design. Means what type of product the manufacturer, the organization are going to produce. First, the production manager has to identify, has to decide, means by considering various factors or by conducting various analysis like demand analysis, cost analysis, profitability and profit analysis, and by conducting various feasibility study, the manufacturer or the production manager first identifies the product, and after identifying the product, the production manager decides or the designer decides or identifies the design of a particular product. So first function of production management is to decide the product, is to identify the product, what type of product the organization or the manufacturer are going to produce, and after identifying the product, it is required to decide or it is required to draw the design of a particular product. So accordingly the product can be manufactured. Next function of production management is that selection of production process, means what type of process the manufacturer follow for producing a particular product. The production management decides, means under the circumstances of production management, the production manager decides what type of process uh, process the industry adopt for manufacturing a particular product. There are number of process available like jobs of production process, batch process, continuous process, project process, and repetitive production process. So different type of production process are available, and different process is suitable for different product manufacturing. So for a particular industry or for a particular product manufacturing, what type of process is suitable, the production manager identifies. Next function of production management is that selection of right production capacity, means what is the actual capacity of the plant the production manager tries to identify. Accordingly, or what is the exact demand of the product the production manager identifies or decides. Accordingly production can be planned. Next one is the production planning. In production planning, the production manager identifies the route through which the production can be done, so that in a smooth manner production can be done. And the production manager also make a schedule for production, means at what time how much quantity should be produced, that can be scheduled. Next one is the production control. It is the important function of production management, means in production control the production manager visualize or foresee that whatever the planning is done previously, accordingly production can be done or not, or if any deviation is identified, or if any deviation is there, the production manager tries to identify, and if there is any deviation identifies, then production manager takes corrective action or necessary action for minimizing this thing, minimizing those problems, so that production can be done as per the schedule. Next one is the quality and cost control. This is the most important function of production management, that is deciding the quality and deciding the quality of the product and deciding the cost of a particular product. Next one is the inventory control. In inventory control, the production manager decides various labels of inventory, like what is the minimum level, what is the maximum level, and what is the reorder label. Between the minimum and maximum level, the inventory should be fluctuate. Last one is the maintenance and replacement of machines. In case of any requirement of repair, the production management or the production manager has to identify and has to replace the machines in case any requirement. Next one is the objective of production management. Broadly, there are two objectives of production management, that is primary objective and secondary objective. Primary are the important or basic objective of production management, and the secondary objective doesn't directly contribute to the success of managing the production aspect, but they help the primary objectives to achieve. They help the secondary objective helps the production manager to achieve the primary objective in a smooth manner. So there are four primary objectives of production management, that is quality, quantity, cost, and time. Means deciding the quality of the product is the important objective of production management. Means what is the quality of the product, The organization or the industry or the manufacturer are going to produce, first it is decided so that the customer can be attracted towards the organization. First important function or important objective of production management is to decide the quality of the product. Again, how much the organization or the manufacturer are going to produce, how much the organization or manufacturer are going to produce. The production manager tries to identify, means by analyzing the demand and by analyzing the capacity of the plant, the production manager decides the quantity of the product to be produced. If there is overproduction or if there is underproduction, both creates problem for the organization. There should be optimum production of the product. So for that reason, the production manager tries to identify exact quantity to be produced. Next one is the cost. Cost is the important objective of production management, because this factor directly contribute to the success of the organization, to the survival of the organization. So the production manager decides at what price, at what cost the production can be done. Last one is the time. At what time the production should be done, that is decided in the areas of production management. Sometimes a particular product having higher demand, but after some time it doesn't having much demand. So before the time comes when when the product having high demand, the organization produces, or the manufacturer produces much quantity of goods before the demand arises. These are the important primary objective of production management. Next one is the secondary objective of production management. There are four secondary objective of production management, that is man, machine, material and techniques. If the organization doesn't have qualitative human resources, then whatever the primary objectives, that is producing qualitative goods at lesser cost, that cannot be obtained. So the organization should have to procure qualitative human resources. Again, if the organization doesn't, or if the industry doesn't having latest quality machines, then whatever the primary objectives, means producing qualitative goods at lesser time, that cannot be achieved. Last one is the material and techniques. The organization should have to procure qualitative materials, should have to install latest techniques, so that whatever the qualitative, uh, whatever the standard quality that can be produced. So these are the various objectives of production management. Next, I'm going to discuss what is product design. This is another concept of production management. Design means what? Design means drawing of a certain things. So product design, we can say it is an arrangement of elements that collectively form a goods or product. It is concerned with form and function of a product. So while designing a particular product, generally the designer designs the form and functional part of a particular product. Means what function the product has to perform, and how the product look like, that is designed in a that is designed while designing a particular product. Next is the stages of new product development. There are number of stages the designer or the organization has to follow for developing a new product. First one is the idea generation, second one is idea screening, business analysis, product development, test marketing, commercialization and review of performance. In idea generation, the organization generate number of ideas regarding the product which is suitable to them. Next, idea screening. In idea screening stages, the organization scrutinizes all the ideas which is generated. And in business analysis stage, the industrialist tries to identify exact product for manufacturing. And in product development, the manufacturer produces the goods in small scale or in limited quantity, and whatever the goods produced in product development stage, that is sent to the local market for testing, that is a test marketing. If the product got success in test marketing, then then the manufacturer plans for commercialization, means plans to produce more quantity of product and they plan to commercialize it. And last one is the review of market performance, whether the product having demand in the market or not. The manufacturer try to analyze this thing. Next one is the process. So process, we can say it is a sequence of activity that is intended to achieve some result. Process is a sequence of activity, means whatever the activity required for producing a particular product, that can be arranged sequentially, that is known as process. Generally, by using a particular process, the manufacturer converts various inputs into output. A process can be categorized into three categories. First one is the conversion process, second one is the manufacturing process, third one is the testing process. In conversion process, the manufacturer simply convert the raw materials into finished goods. Means, take the example of steel manufacturing. In steel manufacturing industry, the iron ore simply converted into iron sheets and then to steel sheet. Next is the manufacturing process. By using manufacturing process, the manufacturer produces a unique product. Again, manufacturing process categorized into three categories. First one is the forming process, machining process, assembly process. In forming process, generally, forming process involves foundry process. Foundry means it is a process of it is a process of producing casting. In casting, the manufacturer convert the solid metals into liquid metals. After converting the solid metal into metals, the manufacturer pour all the liquid materials in the desired shape frame. After cooling, the manufacturer get the desired shape workpieces. In forming process, the manufacturer get the desired workpieces without removing any materials. In machining process, by adopting various process like grinding, turning, milling, the manufacturer get the desired spare parts. And in assembling process, the manufacturer combine all the spare parts, all the work pieces by using different processes like soldering and welding, and at last the manufacturer got a unique product. And last one is the testing process. After manufacturing a unique product, that is tested whether that product having the desired standard or not, that is tested, and after that the product is sent to the market. Next one is the plant location. Uh, plant location is the important concept of production management. It refers to the area or place where plant will operate or where the plant produces the goods or services. Generally, identifying a proper place for installing or for locating the plant, the production manager has to consider certain factors like location of the market, availability of raw material, infrastructure, transportation cost, availability of labor, government policy, climatic factor, community attitude, safety measure, availability of land. These are the certain factors the manufacturer should have to consider while identifying a proper location for his plant. Next one is the plant layout. So in plant location, the manufacturers or the industrialist identifies a proper place, a proper location for installing his plant. But in case of layout, the manufacturers, the industrialist is required to arrangement all things which is necessary for producing a particular product in a sequential manner. So plant layout, we can say it is a physical arrangement of everything which is necessary for producing a particular product. What product or what elements is necessary for producing a particular product, that should have to arranged in a sequential manner so that production can be done in a rapid manner or as quick as possible. So plant layout refers to the arrangement of machinery, equipment and other industrial facilities for the purpose of achieving the quickest and smoothest production at least cost. Means whatever the elements which is required for producing a particular product, that is machinery and equipment and other industrial facilities, that should have to be arranged in a sequential manner so that the output of one machinery can be used as input for another machinery and production can be done in a smoothest and quickest manner. So there are different types of plant layout, that is process layout, product layout, fixed position layout, cellular manufacturing layout, combined layout, service facility layout and office layout. So first one is the process layout. In process layout, generally the manufacturer, the industrialist kept similar machines in one department. Means process layout involves gathering up similar machines in a particular department. Take the in a particular department, and the product has to move from one workstation to another workstation for manufacturing. Take the example of textile industry. So for manufacturing cotton fabric, the manufacturer require different machines, different set of machines like spinning machine, weaving machine, designing machine, coloring machine, and last one is the finishing machine. So these are the machines generally the cotton fabric manufacturers require. So if that industry or if the textile industry adopt process layout, first the manufacturers or the plant has to create different section for different machines. Means there should be a there should be a ginning department, there should be a spinning department, there should be a weaving department, there should be a coloring department, there should be a designing department, and many more departments there should be placed. So the product can be moved, or the semi-finished goods can be moved from one workstation to another workstation for manufacturing. So the product or the department or the machine which require for first operation, the raw material is fed into, the raw material is issued to first section or first department. Means for producing cotton fabric, there is a requirement of first ginning machines. So the manufacturer issues the material to the ginning department. After that, there is a requirement of spinning machine. So the semi-finished goods has to be taken to the spinning department, and likewise by moving the semi-finished goods from one section or one department to another department, the product can be manufactured. Next one is the product layout. In product layout, in product layout, there was in product layout there is no concept of creation of any department. The machines which is required for producing a particular product, that can be arranged in a sequential manner. Means for producing a particular cotton fabric, whatever machines required, that can be arranged in a sequential manner so that the output of one machine can be used as input for another machines. Means for producing cotton fabric, first there is a requirement of ginning machine, next to that there is a requirement of spinning machine, next to that there is a requirement of weaving machine, next it is required to be a uh, coloring machine, next it is required to install a designing machine. So whatever the machine required for producing a cotton fabric, that is arranged in a sequential manner so that the output of one machine can be used as input for another machines. Next one is the fixed position layout. In fixed position layout, the manufacturer identifies a place for manufacturing a particular product, and in that place the product is fixed. Whatever the machineries, whatever the equipments are, whatever other resources required for producing a particular product, they have to move to that area or that place for manufacturing the goods. This layout is suitable for the industry which produces heavy or bulky product. Next one is the cellular manufacturing layout. In cellular manufacturing layout, generally the manufacturer creates different cells, and a particular cell functions like a product and process layout. Means in a particular cell, the manufacturer arranges different machines and they produces, or a particular cell produces similar products, a similar type of or a particular cell provides similar type of output, so that the manufacturers simultaneously get number of outputs. Combined layout. Combined layout is the combination of product layout and process layout. Means the manufacturer for producing certain product, they arrange everything by using the product layout and the concept of product layout and process layout. For certain part they uses for certain parts production they uses process layout, and for certain parts production they uses product layout. Next one is the service facility layout. These are all above. So whatever we discussed till now means above the service facility layout, whatever the layout available that is suitable for the manufacturing industry. So service facility layout is meant for only service providing industry or service providing organization. They uses this layout for providing a better service to the customer. Last one is the office layout. Office layout also helps the organization for arranging sequentially everything which is required for maintaining a office. So this is all about the types of plant layout. This is all about today's class. Thank you.